Let me briefly give you an idea of Geogebra. This is with reference to the 48 propositions of book 1 of Euclid's Elements. So what Euclid had done was, he had put a constraint. He had put a restriction that we can use only a compass and a straight edge. Straight edge means that we can't have those markings. We should just have a ruler without any markings. So here let's remove that. These also are as good as markings, so let's remove them. No grid. Okay, and since he had said we can only use a compass and a straight edge, that means while using GeoGebra, the only functions that you can use is a line, right? But a line requires a point. So we can say 1, 1. Remember, while describing it here, we have to give coordinates because ultimately GeoGebra uses those coordinates. Okay, but the point is we can move it anywhere here, and when looking at this, we don't know where exactly it is. That's the point. Okay, and we require another point. So let us say 2, 2, and again we can move it around. It keeps updating the coordinates, but remember we are not looking at the coordinates. We are just looking at 2 points. Okay, and if we want to draw a line, we require 2 points. So line A, B, right? Now what GeoGebra does is, to the line it gives a reference F. We can use this reference, or we can, while presenting it, we can say line AB, or we can say line F. Now what else can we use? We can use circle. Circle A being the first parameter is going to be the center, and the second parameter is going to be the radius. So here when I say AB, the distance between AB is treated as the radius. Okay, many times when we are especially using subscripts, instead of saying B, we say B is already taken, so we might say B and subscript 1. So in such a case, just typing AB underscore 1, it doesn't work. So we have to say distance between A comma B. Just writing AB is a shortcut to this function of distance. Similarly, circle B comma AB, and another function that we can use is the intersection. So intersect what? Now this circles also, it gives a reference C and D. This circle is called D and this circle is called C. So we can say intersect C comma D. So depending on how many intersections are there, it will mark those points of intersection. And usually it will follow its own logic to assign names to these points. Now if we want to give our own names, then we have to put it as a first intersection, and again we have to say intersect C comma D comma 2. Now we can change this. We can change this to E, and we can change this to F. And using these 2 points, we can draw a line E comma F. Again, intersect what? This line is given the name G, lowercase g. So when you partly type the function and then you shift somewhere else, it will give you that error message. Okay, so intersect what? Intersection point of this F and G, lines F and G. So F comma G. Okay, so What are the functions we have used? We have used for a point, we have used within brackets x comma y values. We have used line, we have used circle, and we have used intersect. Those are the only functions that we are allowed to use. Now, if we don't want these circles to be shown, we can just unhide it. Oh, sorry, hide it. Okay. So choice is up to us. Now, another interesting thing is this. If I want to show angles, angle, remember you should always go from in the anti-clockwise direction. So if we want an angle to be shown, we need another point. Yes. So let's point, let's say on G. Ideally, we should not be using this. We should actually be using circles to figure out which point this is. But if we are talking of an arbitrary point, we can say a point on G. And this point itself, we can move it around. And this point can't be dragged out of this line. It will always remain on the line. So now, angle BCD. Remember, you have to go from anti-clockwise direction like this. Because if you give it a different order, if instead of saying BCD, you say DCB, you see what happens? Instead of showing 90 degree, it shows this angle it takes. So you have to be careful about the way in which you order these points while wanting a angle. So all the 48 propositions that I have put up, in all of them I have used only this, nothing else. Although you have a lot of additional facilities inside this. You can say perpendicular line. You can say perpendicular bisector. But we are not supposed to use that. If we want to strictly learn how to study Euclid's elements. Only circle, line, point, angle. And in angle also, remember Euclid, in the Euclid's times, there was no concept of 270 degree, 90 degree. There were no degrees. He just was talking of two angles. And the only angle he was very specific about was right angle. That is 90 degree. And he used to call it right angle, which we know now to be 90 degree. But for him, it was right angle. If we talk of 180 degree, he used to call it two right angles. So keep these things in mind while using GeoGebra to practice. Another thing is sometimes the diagrams become very complicated. So what you can do is give different colors. Right button click on the appropriate element, settings, color, and you can give different colors to different groups of elements in your drawing. I think that should be enough for you to start off. Geogebra.org. If you just say, it will take you to a home page where you have Start Calculator. When you click on Start Calculator, it will come here. Or you can directly say geogebra.org/calculator. So that's it for now. Bye. Happy learning.